Now, speaking about home, I'm thinking of moving to Tampa. New York, Tampa.
What is making you think about or considering doing that?
Well, I feel I've had this feeling for a very long time where I need to get out of Miami.
Yeah.
Lived here my whole life. I feel like I've tapped out all my resources here. And if I really do have a plan these next 5 years, because I feel like every bodybuilder has like a time that they can make improvements, and once that door is shut,
right,
then you're pretty much, that's the way that you're going to be for a little bit. You're not going to be making too much more improvements.
Right.
And the way that I think of it is I'm opening the door now, and the hallway is like right there, and very soon I'm going to get to the next door where that door is going to have to shut.
Right.
So I feel like all my opportunities already in South Florida are done. I think that I've already experienced it here. I've lived here my whole life. And I feel like there's something more somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
Something more somewhere else where there's opportunities waiting for me, and I need to get out to go see what that is. Miami is just not...
Before you go on, though,
yeah.
Just touch on... Is there something bringing you there, though? Like a gym or a trainer or a coach or anything like that?
So I'll get into that. I'll get into that.
Just curious.
I feel like Miami is not built for somebody that wants to do well in bodybuilding.
Right.
It's just not built like that. And the reason is every time that I step into the gym, but I'm not bragging, by no means I'm saying this, but when I played hockey, I got better every time that I played with better people.
Mm.
Every time that I went to prep camps and stuff in the summer and I played with the best players in the United States, my game was, I had to step up my game. And I just got naturally better surrounding myself with people like that. That's the same thing with business. You want to surround yourself with like-minded people, because then you get ideas. You pick up different things that maybe you don't pick up with your friend that's just a stoner on the couch. And when I walk into the gyms here, I am the guy.
Right.
And I don't want to be the guy. I want to go into these gyms and be like, wow, so and so is here. Like I gotta step it up. Like this is the way that I gotta train. And Miami's not like that. Miami is very Instagram type mentality, and you don't see that intensity in any of the gyms that I go to. The gyms are phenomenal. The facilities are phenomenal. The people are inspiring, but I feel like I'm the one that's doing the inspiring for them.
Yeah. And
I want to get inspired myself.
Right.
And I don't see a future here for me anymore in Miami. I also feel like if I wanted to tap into other markets and stuff with Paragon, I feel like Tampa is a very good place, because most of the gyms that are there, these non-commercial gyms, everybody that goes there is like pretty much a competitor. Like they have a really big group of competitors out of Tampa versus Miami. Miami is just Instagram everywhere. Yeah. And that's my base. That's my base of customers, is people that are competing. and just, you know, obviously the property values are very affordable in Tampa. Tampa's beautiful.
Yeah.
And that drive was really nice. Tampa's beautiful with all the water around. And I could learn different techniques. I mean, I'm gonna, when I go up to Tampa in a couple weeks, I'm gonna train with Joe, the hypertrophy coach, and just to kind of learn some new stuff, because I feel like I've already learned the way how to train heavy and hard.
Right.
Now, if I could learn how to train heavy and hard and methodically too, so that I don't get injured, I feel like that's the perfect combination to maximize the physique. Because there's only so much, for me, for my height and my weight, there's only so much more weight I could do on, you know, leg press. There's only so much more weight I could do deadlifting before I'm going to injure myself.
Right.
So if I can train a little bit less with the same intensity, but train it more proper, you know, the proper form, I think that I could maximize myself a lot and also preserve my body a little bit longer. I was really impressed by how he took Terrence Ruffin's physique, really transformed him. And Terrence out there. So Terrence is already somebody that I could, you know, go to his gym or whatever, and just, I see him and I'm like, it's time to step it up.
Right.
You know, Terrence Ruffin's here. It's time to step it up.
Right.
That's the kind of motivation I feel like I look into myself as every time that I go into the gym, I want to, it's like a competition, not against them personally, but I make it like that in my head so that I can get in the zone and I could train, just go a little bit harder. And yeah, I'm going to be looking at properties over there when I go up. I'm going to got a realtor, so I'm going to be looking.
Now, if it wasn't for bodybuilding, let's just say you were done with competing, would you still want to move somewhere else? Would it be Tampa still?
Just because if I really had a choice, really, I mean, I do have a choice, but I didn't want to leave my family so far away.
I don't blame you.
I would have moved to Texas.
Okay.
In 2 seconds.
Right.
But that idea of moving away but still being close, I think Tampa's probably the best bet because of just the fitness community that's around there. Combination with the people that are there that I know already. The gyms, they have awesome fucking gyms over there.
Right. Trainers,
and the price of living is also a huge factor. Even if I wanted to stay here in Miami, I can't buy shit.
What's the drive?
4 hours.
Okay.
It's an easy drive. It's not that bad.
Right. Now, so you would consider Tampa, even though if it wasn't for bodybuilding, you would take it consideration.
Well, I would have to, even if I didn't have bodybuilding in my life, even just to buy a place is.
Yeah, that's how we talked about that. Yeah.
Yeah, unless I'm living with somebody, significant other that makes just as much as I do, then we could afford a really sick place. But me by myself, I mean, the bank's only going to qualify me for so much.
But do you feel that it's just throwing money away? The fact that you'd have to work and make so much money just to afford something in Miami that's like, yeah, it's sick and all, but it's like the amount of money you have to make to afford that and worry all the time. Like, is that worth it to you?
No,
because I feel the same way about that here. Right?
Because I would have to stretch myself to get a decent place.
Right.
So if I'm willing to pay, let's say like $2,000 on a mortgage, just to say that would be normally what I would pay on rent to begin with.
Right.
About $2,000 on a mortgage, you could get yourself a really nice place over there. Like, you know, everything's brand new, new construction, fully upgraded, everything that you could possibly want. Here, it's like
nothing.
You ain't getting shit.
You're getting a fucking shoebox.
And if you want something that's decent like that, you're gonna be that mortgage is always gonna be sitting right here, saying, "Oh, you better not have a bad month. You better not have a bad year, because I'm right behind you."
Yeah. And it's just, I feel like you can, no matter how much money you make, it's like, why do you want crazy overhead? You know, for what?
I don't want that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It's like, I don't understand it when people want to, like, you know, tie themselves down to all these crazy payments and everything else, and you know, just the overhead. It's crazy. You got to keep that's the one thing I learned young when I ventured out on my own when I was 16, that I don't care how much money you make. There's going to be bad days, going to be bad years, going to be bad months. And when you have less overhead, there's nothing to worry about.
There's nothing.
You know?
Exactly.
Nothing to worry about. So try to keep your expenses low as possible, as long as you're happy. You know what I mean? Like, and listen, Tampa's just as, I mean, if it's probably nicer to you at this point, you're probably sick of Miami. So
it's all right. I'm done with it, and I'm done with the people. I'm done with
over
it
too. Yeah, you're over it. Yeah.
I'm done with the girl scene here. I'm done. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it.
It's exhausting.
It's exactly what you see on Instagram and think in your head.
It is.
Oh, that's what it is. It's like for some people, it's like they look. Oh, that can't be how it is in real life. No, it is.
Yeah, no,
it's exactly that.
Yeah, it's how it is in some place. I mean, not every place in Jersey. There's some really nice places in Jersey, but for the most part, it's a bunch of douchebags. You know, it's unfortunate that it's like that, but then just like living expenses are just through the roof. It's, you know, and there's nothing to keep you here. The only thing that keeps me here is my family. It's one reason I'm here.
Yeah.
Like, if not, like, fucking out of here again. Yeah,
like, out.
I don't like being, you know, what do you call it? It's like strapped down anywhere permanently. I get like anxiety about it. I like to be able to just like get up and go.
Get up and go.
Get up and go. Like, next week, I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. I want to be out of here. I want to be out. You know, like, I don't like being tied down to shit. It's just how I am. But
that's how I feel, man. I feel like
once you're over it, for that feeling, nothing will make me turn around once I'm over it. Like, there's just
something out there somewhere that I feel that it's definitely not here.
Yeah, it's just
definitely not in Miami. I need to get out. I need to meet
change.
people. I need to run into people. I need to talk to new people. I don't know what doors will open out there. I just don't know, but I want to go. I want to venture out.
I can't believe you've been there the whole time, though. I thought you moved. I thought you lived somewhere else.
I lived for 2 years in Orlando for school.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I went to school in Orlando for 2 years, and then I came back.
Okay. So, yeah. See,
Orlando was awesome. Orlando was really, for college. It was really
fucking awesome.
that kicked off my party lifestyle / bodybuilding lifestyle.
That taught you the ropes.
Yeah. So me having that mentality of going out there and like really disconnecting with all the distractions here in Miami, it really connected a lot to a post that I saw that Brandon Curry just put up a couple days ago. It was so good, the post, that I had to repost. I actually saw Phil Viz. He posted it, just the post part, what he wrote. And then I had to screenshot it and I had to repost it because I loved what he was saying. Just pretty much talking about, you know, getting out of your comfort zone. He briefly touched on how his wife pretty much kicked him out of the house to go to Kuwait.
Oh wow!
Because he was, you know, it's an opportunity that nobody really gets, and you know, he was so kind of stuck on. I have, you know, kids. I have, you know, mouths to feed. What the hell am I, as a man, going out to Kuwait for a whole year or however many months, and I'm not here seeing my kids, and I'm not here with my wife helping my kids, like. That must, for a man, you must feel super guilty.
Yeah.
You know, really, you must feel really guilty about that. And
he got a lot of flack for it, but I mean, like, what was he supposed to do though? He had no choice though.
His wife, he said it in a couple interviews that I heard that it was really his wife that like tried to, like, you need to do this.
Right.
You need to do this. I believe in you. You need to do this. And this is coming from a man that placed dead fucking last at the Olympia. Dead fucking last.
Yep.
If I read that and I was so inspired by that, you know, just reading his words and being like, wow, like this is amazing, you know? Yeah. And then I think about it and I'm like, not that I'm anything like that, but I just think to make improvements in general, you have to get out of this, you know, the chaos.
Oh yeah.
Maybe your life is or whatever it is, and really focus in on your goal. And we talked about that last week with Phil Heath and him against each other, and who was going to be able to overcome you know, their obstacle. And that was his obstacle. And man, if anybody's listening to this, you need to go see that post. You will be inspired by it.
I remember when Brandon first came on the scene, because we had a mutual friend. You probably know Adam Silver.
Mm-hmm.
So Adam was
I got great stories about him.
Adam was fucking hilarious. Adam was the one that kind of like discovered Brandon and had him with his modeling.
Yes, with BSN.
Yeah, so I was with the same modeling agency at the time, and Brandon's a little older than me. I'm not sure how old Brandon is. But I remember meeting Brandon when he was still jacked, obviously, but he's nothing like what he is now.
He was with Muscle Mania at the time.
Yes, so that's
Muscle Mania.
Yes, that's what I met him, and I would see him in New York at the office all the time. And Adam was like, "Oh, he's gonna be something big in bodybuilding." And yes, he got signed by BSN. He got his pro card. He did really well, but he never he would always scratch the surface and never he would do decent at some shows, and then other shows he wasn't looking that great. And then I was like, oh, I wonder what's going to happen to that guy. And then he started to come back a little bit. I forget who he was working with. Maybe it was Hani. Might have been Hani.
Yeah, Hani.
He did well for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, he kind of fell off again. And he literally has had that career his entire life. It's never been
in and out.
Yeah, it's not really because he's not a good bodybuilder. Just for something else was going on. And obviously we know now he has 6 kids and wife and a real life. A lot of these guys don't have that. So he's obviously balancing all that and trying to be a bodybuilder, which anyone that's a bodybuilder knows how hard that is. And then, then we saw him, I think did he do well at the Olympia the year he didn't go to Kuwait, or did he do bad that year?
No, he did bad. I think he did bad every single year before he went to Kuwait.
So it was the first year he took
because it was the first year.
He took 5th or whatever?
Something like that, yeah.
Okay, so that was the first year he went to Kuwait because he made the games, and then
and then it just kept on going.
Then
he came back for the Arnold, won that. And
That's right. That's what happened.
The Olympia.
Arnold, yeah, right. Okay, so then then literally he's been on the map since that showing. I think that first showing he came out and destroyed everybody. But I remember him getting a lot of flack for that, a lot. For people saying why is he going to Kuwait leaving his kids? That's so fucked up. But I'm like, it's no different than any other sport. Football teams go to training camp, baseball goes to training camp.
Or you're an artist, you're singing and you're on tour.
Yeah,
you got to do what you got to do.
You think all these athletes live in the cities they play? No, their families live somewhere else.
They're on the fucking road all the time.
On the road, it's the same thing. It's it's just bodybuilding. But that guy had the talent and the genetics to be obviously Mr. Olympia. So he wasn't doing anything wrong. He knew what he could have been. Obviously, if he believes in himself, that's all that matters, So it's just crazy to imagine if he didn't do that. I wonder where.
That's what I was thinking. That was the missing part.
Yeah.
Of everything was just kind of taking.
It seems so simple too.
And in a chaotic, with kids and stuff, it's impossible.
Yeah.
But just to remove yourself like that, he went from dead last to winner of the Arnold Classic and the Olympia.
It's so crazy to think that.
I see that, and I'm not comparing myself in no way that, but what I'm trying to make is what kind of improvements can a person make if they take all those external distractions out and really focus on their craft for a small extended period of time, if that makes sense, but a very small time, but a couple of years, and they're just 100% that entire time.
I don't think the younger guys respect that enough. The fact that being consistent, and I know it's so fucking boring for bodybuilding, for bodybuilders, that to be consistent and not have any distractions or whatever, and they think because I remember when I made the most progress was those 5 years after I did Teen Nationals. I didn't do anything for 5 years except bodybuild, and those were the years I made all the progress in my entire career. That was everything. If I didn't do that, I never would have been Mr. USA or anything.
It would have taken you 10 years to do it.
Yeah, but those 5 years, bro, I wouldn't drink, I wouldn't smoke, I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't miss if I missed a meal, it was the craziest day ever. I was
the worst day ever.
Yeah, it was over. Fucking fucked, my workout was ruined. You know what I mean? That's how stressed I would get over that stupid shit. And yes, did I stress myself out way too much more than I should have? Yes, probably. Did I stress about the dumbest things? Yes, but you know, some people need to do that. It just is what it is. I mean, some people get away with a little bit more. You know what I mean? They had their genetics are that good. But for me to get there, I had to do the same thing almost, but in my own isolation. You know, I didn't do shit. I slept every 8 hours every night. I made sure, like, if my shot was off at the wrong time, I would, like, get stressed out. You know what I mean? Like,
the timing stuff.
That's how it was, though. It was just, I was so loyal to it. But people don't get that, though. Like, if you're having problems, those little things add up after a while, though.
No, I agree. I agree with you.
Tweaks.
If you miss a couple meals, you know, a week, and you make that into a whole year, those are weeks of missed meals that you just missed. That those are calories that could have been, you know, turned into muscle or whatever.
How about just half-assing? I mean, you don't have to answer because you're still bodybuilding, but I know how many half-ass workouts I did in my lifetime. It was a lot.
Of course.
A lot, because I just wasn't, I didn't sleep well. I was partying. I was with some girl. I was out. I was hungover. There was a million excuses. And if I added all those workouts up that I did good, you know, yeah, I was eating and all, but I wasn't training like I should have because I was like, oh, I have to go out somewhere. I'm going to cut this short, or I'm only going to do 5 sets today, or what, you know what I'm saying?
That's why I need to get out of here.
Because I'd be in the gym, I'd be like, oh, I can't wait to go out. Can't wait to go out. Fuck this. I'll just do this tomorrow, next time. Go to the gym. Leave the gym.
Speaking of external, you know, distractions and stuff, I'm single again.
No.
Yeah.
I was gonna say something as a dickhead move like I normally do to you, but I didn't say it.
No, I would have said it's true.
I was going to say it before, but I held back. I didn't want to piss you off. I feel bad.
Come on, piss me off. Give me a break.
Because you said like I don't remember what the fuck you were talking about. I was just
probably boats and hoes.
Yeah, well, you talked about all the boats, and I was going to bring up girls, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything.
Yep. So that's
why did you want to talk about that or no?
Well, I mean, just to. Bodybuilders are hard to get along with, you know. You
don't seem like a hard person to get along with, though.
I tend to, when I'm getting those last couple weeks, like the last 4 weeks,
that's acceptable.
I like to be alone. I like to be in my own thoughts. I like to, because I'm not talking doesn't mean that I'm in a bad mood. But if somebody continues to press me, like, why aren't you talking? Why are you? What's wrong? Blah blah. It gets me like there's nothing wrong with me. It's just I'm just in my head. You know?
But do you like company? You just don't want to talk, or do you don't want company?
No, I'm fine with company and people around me. It's just
that
if I'm just quiet.
Was not comfortable with you being quiet.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame her really for anything, just because you know she's young and this was like the first encounter that she had with me. She was with me during the Arnold.
Yeah, but you're not prepping anymore now, though. I'm
not prepping anymore, but it's just I feel like some things just didn't feel right. You know, I feel like at this point in my life, if I have any doubts about if I'm dating somebody and I have any little doubt of something, it's probably not right.
It throws you off.
Not right. It's probably not right, especially if the next step. I mean, what the hell is the next step? You get a house, you get married, you have kids, and if there's any doubt in there, I think that you're probably wasting your time.
Now, I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but I just wanted to ask: when you did the Arnold, though, did that go smooth, or was that where it started? Where it was like
the Arnold went smooth. The Arnold went.
And it was the second one that went.
And I feel like maybe it went smooth because we were so new, kind of thing.
Okay.
And then now, you know, as time goes on, and
were you guys spending as much time though together then as you were at the end?
Yeah. We were in between places. So she was living here with my parents for I think a month or so.
Gotcha.
Until the other place was ready. And yeah, man, it just we were just, you know, arguing a lot.
Well, I was gonna say, was there fighting because you were tired and stressed, or was she fighting because you just weren't talking, engaging?
Pretty much that. All of the above. All of the above. And so it was just stressing to I mean, some people might notice that, you know, in my posts and stuff, I'm in my, you know, but luckily my parents have a huge apartment, really big apartment.
Right.
And I was this is where I was living when in the beginning of the show when I said that I moved back in.
I didn't even notice. I didn't notice anything different.
This is my parents' house. This is their office. So this has actually been my desk for this whole entire time. It never left. My desk stayed here. But 4 weeks out of the Tampa, I had to move out. I had to move out.
Oh, jeez.
Move back in with my parents.
Oh,
I just could not. I could not take it anymore.
It was like that.
Yeah, I couldn't take it anymore. I felt I know what I was really kind of mad about is trying to get somebody to understand, especially in my position. It's like, do you really think that I really enjoy waking up every morning at 6 o'clock to do cardio while I'm starving all night and all this stuff? I'm like, I'm not really doing this for me. I'm doing it for the business. I'm doing this for us kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that idea never really sank in because what I kept on just trying to explain, like, you know, everything that I'm doing is to try to set everything up for the future.
Yeah.
I don't want to be competing forever.
No.
On the time that I'm still able to, I have to give it the best that I can because it's going to definitely reflect on the business part. And if I could get the sales sailing, you know, ahead of time, I could pull back later on and, you know, it'll just keep sailing by itself.
Yeah.
So that was what I was trying to explain. And when the person that's the closest to you is the one that's giving you the most stress and the most hassle of anybody, and this is the one that you're trying to set up everything for, I felt like at that point, coming from a bodybuilder saying that somebody else is selfish, I just felt that a lot. And she's very young. So, you know, these ideas she's only 20. She still is 21. But she's 21, so I try to look back when I was 21.
Yeah,
my mentality is nowhere near what it is now.
Women, I'll have to give it to women now. They are a little more mature than us. They're definitely a little ahead than us. But if they're just not there, they're not there. You know, it's just, you know, if their mindset's not in that position, then it's just not going to be in that position, no matter what you say. You know, and but the thing is, like, I thought because since she was fitness oriented and she seemed like pretty hardcore about it, I thought that should be easily, like, it'd be an easy thing for her to just be like, oh yeah, I get it. You're fucking tired. Like, you know, like it doesn't take a genius to understand what goes on. That's what I mean. It's not like, I don't know.
It was tough. It was tough because I kept on saying like this, how I am right now, very irritable and very like snappy with things. I'm not like this all the time. This is just me
temporary,
last weeks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I have to move back home because if not, like, I'm gonna throw myself off this balcony.
Right. Because
I just cannot deal with it.
It's suffocating. Suffocating.
I need to just be alone. I need to get my work done. I want to be on a schedule. I want to just win every single day and just lead into the show and that's it. And
I used to have prep girlfriends, and then I would have my off-season girlfriend. There was girls that they weren't the hottest, you know, for prep, but they would cook, they would clean, they would shave me, they would make my bed, do my laundry, they would pamper, and I would talk to them like a month before I would start prepping every year, same fucking thing. And I would have the ones for like beginning of prep, and then like I would bring the girlfriend prep, the trophy prep girl to the show, and then I would dump the other. It was such a sick fucking routine.
Just the true Italian flavor.
It was so bad though, and then literally I would like dump them at the show. My mom would have to bring them to the airport half the time. She'd be like, I don't want to bring her to the airport. I'm like, bring her to the airport, Mom. I'm not dealing with her. I'm over the show. I'm going out tonight getting a new one. I'm going home and I'm single. It was like such a... I look back at myself, I was such a piece of shit. Like, I really was.
And just some people could deal with you in that time, and other people, like, that you would normally get along with, you're just not getting
the off-season girlfriends would never put up with anything I did during prep. And I wasn't even a bad prepper, because, like, I got to eat and whatever. It was just that I just got pissed because I couldn't, like, just do what I wanted. That was the only thing that annoyed me. But I was a little bitch when it came to, like, the food. I was like, oh, I want fucking more food. Like, you know what I mean? But then I would get lazy as fuck when it came to prepping. Like, lazy. So I need the ones that did everything for me. drive me to the gym, like, bro, like, I mean, like, fucking hold my hand, basically.
You had it.
But they were like, on a scale of 1 to 10, they were like 6s or 5s. That was the problem. Like, so you're not having sex anyway, so it doesn't matter. So I was like, I have to have sex with them. I would get a blowjob here and there, and then that was it. And they'd be like, "Oh, did you have sex?" I'm like, "No, I'm too tired.
My legs hurt. I might cramp."
Like, why aren't you getting horny? I'm like, it's tired.
Yeah, man. No, it's and those are the external distractions that now I feel like even now moving to Tampa, it's like almost like a fresh start.
Well, I was going to ask before, is she going with you? But then I was like, yeah, I'm not going to ask that right now.
No. I think I need to do this on my own. I really felt that, like, when you purchase a home, that's probably one of the happiest days that you have, other than like being married and having a kid. Like,
especially when you're doing it for yourself.
Yeah, and feeling that accomplishment that, just a year and a half ago, I was in debt, didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. And that, for me, I feel like it would have taken away some of that
yeah, plus,
enjoyment.
Like, you're doing it. Like, this is you, Like, you want to put your name on that fucking mortgage and be like, Santi did this, not anyone else. No one else helped you. Like, There's
a pride component to it.
Oh, yeah.
Very.
Fuck yeah. Absolutely.
Anyways,
especially when you wake up every day and you're in that house, you're like, yeah, motherfucker. Like the Cuban Missile Button.
I'll walk around in my Versace robe.
Yeah, like they're owning that shit. It's just different.
No, just naked and loafers. That's it.
Versace loafers, though.
and sunglasses, just with my coffee, my LFG mug, just walking around.
And your sunglasses, yeah.
No, switching gears a little bit. This is the last thing that I have here on my notes until we get to questions. I went yesterday. I got Botox done. I've been getting it done already for about like a year and a half. Like I love
Botox.
Every 4 months or so, and everybody's always, "Why do you get Botox?" I'm like, dude. We are trying to make our bodies look unnatural, and you're going to give me shit about getting Botox on my face? Like, fuck off. Like, give me a break. And while I was in the office, I go to this place in Coral Gables called Gentera. Very good place. And they do a lot of TRT stuff, just the normal stuff that these anti-aging places go to. And I thought it was kind of interesting. I'm sitting in the office, and the doctor, the actual one that prescribes the TRT treatments and everything, he pops his head in, and I'm wearing some, I forget what I was wearing that day, just a t-shirt, and I guess I look good that day. It was a high carb day that day. So he asked me, he's like, hey, he looked good himself. He was probably in his 60s, but he looked like, in shape and everything. And he asked me, he's like, oh, do you compete? And then, my friend that works there, we went to high school together. He goes, you might want to sit down for this one. So he ends up sitting down, and there's patience, in the office. He sat down for me for a half an hour.
Oh my God.
Picking my mind about, what we do as bodybuilders and everything. And my opener to everything was, let me tell you something. All right. Everything, and this is me talking to a doctor, every single thing that you prescribe here, we've been doing this for the last decade.
Right.
Right. We have been the guinea pigs bodybuilders have been the guinea pigs for every single supplement, product, chemical, drug, you name it, we've taken it. Right. And we've taken it for a very long time. And he started talking to me about, different things like, the different peptides that they're using over there. He was asking me about, different diets, because he puts people on diets while they're doing this. And then I told him, I go, one thing that you probably are not prescribing now, but I guarantee that you will be in the very near future for anti-aging, is probably going to be, you're going to be given, because he asked me about insulin. And I'm like, you're going to be prescribing a basal insulin to a lot of your older patients, and
right.
As an anti-aging treatment.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Right.
And I had explained to him, everything about, blood sugar and everything and, the growth hormone and all this stuff. And it like, this guy's like, I felt like I'm educating a doctor here.
Was he a white guy or?
A white guy, yeah. Yeah, a white guy. So it was just really interesting, to be able to have a conversation like that with somebody that's, I'm guessing he's in the cutting edge, but again, we've been doing this forever, you know, all these different peptides that they're giving now. He even mentioned, he goes, have you ever taken, what's the one muscle, what is this called?
What?
Shit, brain fart. When you grow muscle, myostatin. What's a myostatin inhibitor? What's the name of the?
Follistin?
Yeah. He mentioned that. Have you ever? I'm like, no. I'm like, because it's real shit is like fucking expensive as shit.
Right. And it hurts. It hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh, it does?
Oh.
He's like,
it bruises you so bad, bro.
He's like, I can get you real stuff if you want it.
Yeah. It fucking bruises the living fuck out of your
is it thick or is it just?
No, it's just it's whatever. Like I used to shoot like point, like you couldn't even see the dot of fluid. It was so small because I would shoot like 0.01 and my whole leg would go for like 3 days because the body just is a hard time absorbing it. It's a side effect from it, and they haven't synthesized it enough to be absorbed, like to absorb well. But oh god, I would limp for days on it, hoping my legs would grow more. But now I don't know. I haven't used it. This is 10 years ago. I haven't touched it since then.
Well, what do you think about some of these doctors that are running these anti-aging clinics? Because I think it's scary. I get a lot of people asking me questions on social media and stuff that they are in an anti-aging treatment, a TRT treatment, and the most common thing is always, and I think it's such a basic thing is, my doctor wants me to take 150 milligrams once per week.
Once a week.
Versus splitting it. Yeah. And I think that's so basic to know that you want to split the dosage, and that right there is like, I don't know, just from that, I don't know if they even think he knows what he's talking about.
And they throw HCG in all the time.
Every time. Like, that's the basic cycle every single time.
And I tell people all the time, like, they're like, well, is it going to help my nuts? I said, okay, the only thing that's going to do is cosmetically keep your nuts a little fuller because you're fighting your natural testosterone levels. But you can ask any doctor, is synthetic testosterone ever going to be overpowered by HCG? No, it'll never happen. Thank you. So there's no point in using HCG when you're already turning off your natural testosterone with synthetic testosterone. It's signaling the body to turn it off. So why are you trying to take HCG and combat that receptor?
It's like you're going like this.
Yeah, you're fighting with each other. Yeah. And HCG is never going to be strong enough to do that. It's like they're like, oh well, it'll help when you do decide. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do. There's no proven facts anywhere that shows that.
How many people do you know that they were like in prep and got their girl pregnant?
All the time.
Probably more bodybuilders have gotten their girls pregnant during cycle than off or on TRT.
People don't understand that though. They think they're on testosterone. That means no sperm. I'm like, that doesn't mean that. Doesn't mean that at all. Sperm doesn't stop producing from testosterone. Testosterone is not unhealthy for you. I try to explain that to people. Yes, stupidly high testosterone levels are not healthy because yes, blood pressure, heart attack, blood clot, all that shit, but testosterone levels being in normal range, like 1,000, anything, 1,200, 1,500 is not going to put any danger on your life at all. If anything, it'll extend your life, but people don't, they just take testosterone and they think, oh God, it's so unhealthy, you're using steroids. But like the steroids that are bad for you are like the equipoises, the trends, the mastrons, the anadrols, the debol, like all the anabolics, all the androgens, all that stuff that really wasn't made for the amounts we're using.
They were used for cattle.
Yeah, cattle, like other things that aren't humans. And that's where the damage happens. It doesn't happen with testosterone or DECA, things that were actually made for the body. So, but doctors don't, it's so weird though how far behind they are still with those places. And then the way that they prescribe peptides drives me nuts. Like what they use them for. Like they think IGF is growth hormone, and it drives me nuts. It drives me fucking nuts. They're telling guys to use IGF just like to use growth hormone, and I'm like, that's not how it works, dude. It's not gonna do anything for you. Nothing. Like zero.
Yeah,
but, the doctor told me.
He was trying to make the argument too that peptides are better hormone producers, growth hormone, than growth hormone. And I'm like, I don't know if that's right.
And the sad part is too, Santi, not them particularly, but a lot of these fucking hormone places are buying peptides from places online that are already selling crappy peptides and they're relabeling it with their own shit.
Wow.
Like, there's a lot of places by me that do that, and I get the peptides. I'm like, that looks weird. That cap is somewhere else.
So they take off the label?
They're just wholesale. They're buying wholesale from these peptide farms, and they're just selling it with as a prescription.
Wow.
There's tons of places in Jersey that have been caught for that, like tons. Because the caps, or there's something etched in the glass in the bottom, or and I'm like, oh, I've seen that before. And then I go online research. I'm like, oh yeah, they fucking got
huge profits too.
Like, I don't know if people realize, but peptides cost like $10, $8 a bottle. $5. Some of them, some are $2. And they're marked up for hundreds of dollars at these hormone places. But like,
I just can't do the peptides because like we were just talking about before about
peptide farms.
One thing, if one thing in your day is like fucked up, and peptides is all about like multiple shots a day. You got to time it, pre-workout, meal this, meal that, and it's just too much shit. How about
too much?
I just give me the growth hormone. I'll take it in the morning. I'm done.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm fucking done for the day. I don't
got to think are a lot of work, and I've had so many friends own peptide farms, and they tell me all the shady shit that goes on. They had legit ones, but the shady shit that goes on peptide farms, like a lot of them are just like B12 or like, just like basic shit. And they're just selling everyone IGF and whatever, charging, astronomical amount. And then they go out of business 6 months, start over. You know what I mean? It's just fucked. That whole thing is fucked. It's such a shady business. But these doctors think they're like doing something good for you. And it's just, I don't know, dude. Like, they got to stick to the basics first, like just the basics, And
I think most people would make huge improvements just on that. They don't need all this.
Like, they can't even schedule testosterone shots accordingly. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
some of them have their patients come in once a week so that they could
do it, and they're not even on anti-estrogens. A lot of them. So then, like, these guys have. I have a lot of my clients. I'm like, why is your estrogen like 90 or whatever it is, 90? I'm like, oh, I don't have anti-estrogen. I'm like, why? You're taking 300 milligrams of testosterone. You need anti-estrogen, bro. Mm-hmm. My doctor said I don't need it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck.
Your blood work doesn't lie.
Yeah, and like, I don't know. I just don't. I'm sure this, like, Dr. Thomas O'Connor, very good guy, educated, but he's like one of the very few that are like with hip, like they're with the times, A lot of these doctors get into it because they see an angle. You know how it is.
Of course,
it's a business.
Huge money angle here.
And
but the best ones are the ones that actually have some type of history of competing.
Right.
They know what kind of goes with what and everything around that.
But I do love Botox, though.
I do too. Yeah. I do too. And I'm always
does yours? Yeah, but does yours? You probably burn yours off really fast, though, right? Because your metabolism.
Well, this one is called.
Or you do a blend.
I do is not called Botox. It's another one called Neo's Zeo. It starts with an X or something.
So you do the blend, the Botox and the.
It's almost like that, but it metabolizes slower.
Yeah. It's a mixture.
It metabolizes slower, and it compounds over time. So every time that you do it, your body will metabolize it even slower.
Yeah.
So like the first time that I did it, it was in 2 months. I was already done.
I know. My Botox worked for like a month last time because I didn't get the blend. I'm like, oh, I don't need it because I've done it a bunch of times already, and now fucking all the wrinkles are back.
Well, what I do notice is that even when I'm able to lift up my eyebrows, like I'm still 1 day, so I still could lift my eyebrows. Fine. But the lines, I used to have some deep fucking lines.
Oh yeah, they definitely get thinner.
I'm always smiling.
I have bad wrinkles, dude. I don't know about your dad. My dad has like
Mine
rolls on his forehead. I'm like, I don't want to look like that.
He doesn't show emotion very much, though. There's there's not many wrinkles on his face.
My dads are fucked. He's like up here is like bad. I'm like, no way. I'm like,
so easy. Just get it done one time and you're done.
My dad doesn't even do his eyebrows. His eyebrows are like, whoa, like fucking his ears. He's a hairy bro. His hair sticks out of his shirt. That guy's like the hairiest human on the planet. So
my dad was so excited the other day because I did a review on one of these trimmers. And I already had a trimmer, so I'm like, "Yo, Dad!" I'm like, "They gave me this trimmer for." No, it was this brand that they just started called Hunk Up brand. I did a review on it. It's a good trimmer. You know, all these Hunk Up.
Okay.
Yeah, Hunk Up. Look at the review.
I use the One Blade by Norelco.
The Norelco one, yeah.
You ever used that one?
I've used it before.
That's really good. That one.
Mm-hmm.
I like that one.
This one's like this. It's digital. It has a ceramic blade on it, and then you could change kind of like so you could do your beard and stuff with this too. So it has attachments.
You can blend.
You could put like, it has a thing where you could put like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh wow.
2. Yeah, like if you're good at it, you could probably give yourself a haircut with this.
Right.
It's that good.
Wait, hold on. I didn't ask you last time because you had a hat on. Why the fuck did you cut your hair off, dude?
Summertime, man.
One of my best friends here, before you talk, he was like, "Why the fuck did Santi cut his hair?" He's like a 50-year-old bodybuilder, and he like loves bodybuilding.
I'm so mad.
He's obsessed with your hair. He was like, me and him are both losing our hair, so we're like, we get mad when we see guys that have good hair.
I was spending $70 a week to get my hair cut with my barber, and then all I would do is wear a hat. So
he texted me, he screenshot. He's like, "What the fuck is his problem, dude?" I'm like, "What?" He's like, "He cut his hair." He's like, "You just did a podcast. You didn't see his hair was cut." I'm like, "He had a hat on." I didn't see it.
Let me get this straight.
He was so
angry that my hair grows back so, like, I got my hair cut last week, and it was shaved, like, literally to the skin.
Right.
It was shaven, and it's already up already. So I would get a haircut, and then I would hope that we would go out that weekend because I could only use that haircut for that weekend.
It would grow out.
And then by the time next weekend, if they go, "Oh, we're going to go out," I got to get it redone. Right. Again, so $70 every fucking time that I go. And then during the week, I'd wear a cap.
In Tampa, it'll be $25.
Oh, perfect.
The haircut, definitely.
That'd be great. Yeah.
Because my haircuts used to be so expensive too when I found out a place. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not paying $100 for a haircut anymore.
And it was just too hot, man. Like, I had so much hair.
You had so much hair.
And my hair is like a bush.
Yeah, it's probably crazy.
It's like, unless it's done,
you have to do it.
It looks like shit.
You look at homeless.
So I would just wear a hat. So I'm like, I'm just spending.
If you let your hair go down, how long would it come down to your mouth?
When I had the bun during quarantine, it came down to here.
How long did that take you to grow?
3 months.
Fuck you! Are you serious?
Yeah, like 3 months. From
I could grow my hair for 3 years. It wouldn't be that long.
So from the Arnold Classic, I had just my normal haircut, and then all I did was continue to just shave the sides, and I just let the top grow. And I swear to God, in 1 month, I already had like a mini one, and then every so often that the bun would just travel back. That's
fascinating, bro.
Yeah. I actually like the man bun because it's almost like this haircut. There's no maintenance. So I just wake up in the morning, boom, and I'm done. And I can go train and everything. And
my dream was to have a man bun in my head. And it's never going to happen because I go thin in the back.
Yo, did you see the interview that I did when Jose Raymond started his podcast? I was
he put the wig on.
That?
Wait, what did he do? He wore the wig or something?
Because I would always wear when I would go train, I would wear like one of these headband things.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So that sweat wouldn't run down. My head.
The thumbnail had you and him.
So I go. We're zooming. He didn't tell me he was gonna do this. And when I saw him, I fell to the floor. I fell immediately to the floor, dying.
Funny as hell. That was very funny.
And he wore it the whole fucking podcast.
That shit was very funny. I remember.
He wore the wig the whole time.
Jose's a funny motherfucker, dude.
I love that guy. I love that guy.
He's one of the Real good dudes.
Quick story about Jose before I get into the questions. When I first turned pro in 2014, in 2015, I got asked to do a guest posing. It was in Bonita Springs, and that's close to Tampa.
Right.
Here we go, talking about Tampa again. It's calling my name. It's calling my name. And John Hansen is, I don't know if you know who John Hansen is, but he's always on Dave's show, and he talks about bodybuilding past. So he's like an encyclopedia when it comes to talking about everything bodybuilding from like the 70s, 80s. He could trivia. He's like a whiz. Okay. So he asked me to do a guest posing, and he told me that you're going to be guest posing with Jose Raymond. And I was like, in like awe. I'm like, oh my God, like Jose, this is when Jose, yeah, this is when Jose was already like getting pretty much up there, you know, at the top of the class. And I was so fucking nervous. I was so nervous. I didn't know what to expect. And Jose, you know, he got my Instagram, and you know, we were writing back and forth. He's like, "Oh, are we gonna train when we're up there in Tampa?" I'm like, "Yeah." So the whole drive, man, I was like pumping myself. I'm like, I gotta do a good job. You know, Jose's gonna take me through an arm workout, and I know that he trains people too, so it's gonna be hard. Blah blah blah. And I was just so not myself whatsoever. Like this whole time, I was not myself. Awkward. I ended up meeting him at the lobby. We went to go train, and you know, we were talking back and forth, and you know, he's Jose, just laid back and funny. Yeah. And I'm trying to like be cool and stuff, like not act like an idiot or whatever. And he acts like an idiot all the time.
Yeah, he's goofy as hell.
So he goes after we get back to the hotel after training. It was kind of nighttime, and he goes, What are you doing tonight? And I'm like, just going to my room. Like we got a guest post tomorrow. And he's like, you want to meet me in the lobby and have a drink? And I'm like,
that means party.
And I'm like, yes. So I met him down in the lobby. They had like this sports bar connected to the hotel.
You know where you're going.
And the first thing, I'm like, you know, I love fruity martinis.
Right.
I just like them. I like martinis that are made that I can't make at home. I like those.
Right.
So we're about to order drinks, and I'm like, man, I want to order a martini, but I don't want to like, look like an asshole in front of Jose. So I'm like, you know, I'll have this martini, but put it in a regular glass. And he looks at me, he's like, what? He's like, he goes, it's funny because I love martinis, but he's like, bring me a regular martini glass. So here's Jose drinking out of, you know, a martini glass, girly ass drink like me, and I think that I'm fucking like a man, you know, with the regular cup. We pounded drinks, dude. We pounded.
He drinks like a fish, dude.
I know. We pounded drinks, and the next day I was hungover for the guest posing.
I had the luckiness, the decency to go. He was with MHP for a while, which is like the sister company of Muscle Med. So I got to be with him like a lot on tour and stuff. And bro, he would make me get hammered, and I'd be like, dude, I'm not good drinking. Like, I'm good at party drugs, but not drinking. Mm-hmm. And I would be so fucking hungover for the convention. He'd be there bright and early, like with his coffee. Like, no, he'd be like, what's wrong with you? Get the fuck up. I'm like, Jose, I'm fucking exhausted. He's like, I didn't even sleep. I kept going. And I'm like, dude, fucking like, he's nuts.
I know. He
gets so crazy though when he drinks. Too.
Every year after the Arnold, I always go to his dinner after he competes at the Arnold. I did it every Arnold that he did for 3 consecutive years. I went to his dinner. Same steakhouse every single year. Same people. The guy that he met, he's always there. It's the same fucking crew every single year. And he gets hammered.
Yeah, he's hammered.
He gets hammered. He starts ordering a wine, and he starts getting super hammered.
Hilarious.
Like it's the best. It's the best time.
He goes nuts.
All right, let's get to some questions. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, but they're easy ones. Okay. All right, first question is from by the way, just a side note on this. I got somebody that wrote me a message about us doing the Q&As. He's like, I didn't know that you were going to say my name on there. My coach is going to find out.
Oh, my God.
He was looking for a second opinion, and I don't know which one it is, but maybe it's the trend one, the one that we had him for like 12 weeks.
Well, yeah, the one where he ripped on.
Fire that coach. Fire that coach. But
So
I told him, I'm like, don't submit your question if you don't want me to read it.
Yeah,
At Chris Finney, as a coach, when you're receiving progress pics from clients, do you think a ring light helps? Or what do you tell your clients about progress pictures? Because I have a pet peeve about this.
I tell them to take the same place all the time and prop their phone from an upward angle, not downward angle, because I need to see their whole body. Like at least waist down that the phone has to be. You can't be shooting down on those. I can't see the legs. The perception's all fucked up. And try to do like a wall as a background. Don't do like, random shit and clutter behind you. It's hard to tell like what they really look like all the time. So I should find a blank wall or a doorway or a door. And I always tell them, try to do it, first thing in the morning consistently. If they can't do it in the morning because they have work, I say do it consistently at nighttime at the same time, but try to keep the same lighting, whether it's just it's got to be good lighting though. I try to get a light that's facing them, not,
of
behind
course,
them.
yeah.
But some people don't.
No, they don't think about those things.
They don't think. And I tell them do a video and then just screenshot if they can't have someone take for them.
Take a picture, yeah.
Yeah, so just do a video and then either email me the video and I'll look at the video or screenshot each pose because it comes out the same. I mean, just if it's not contest prep, it's fine. It's good enough for off season. But contest prep is a little different.
It has to be good.
I get a little more stricter, but like just get someone to take the picture if it's contest prep. For this, it's not a big of a deal. But those are my pet peeves though, just like that little things.
What I tell my clients to do exactly what I do. I purchased a phone tripod for like $10 on Amazon, and I do exactly what you said. I prop my phone. I keep it at the same angle. I put it in front of like a window that's going to get natural light, if possible. Natural light hitting you, and all you got to do is face the phone, click record, and then screenshot and send those photos.
Yep. Yeah, it's the easiest way. Especially most people don't have someone to take photos. You want to get crazy, you can use the timer if you want to go that crazy. Yeah. But then people don't hit it and they're like doing the photos for like 3 hours.
You do the 10-second one so you could practice your posing at the same time holding the pose for 10
seconds. And then the kids are like, oh, I can't get... I'm like, just fucking do the video, bro.
Do the video and do the screenshot.
I usually make them make a Dropbox or something or whatever it is just when it's contest prep time so that I can see both, because video is really important contest prep time because the transitioning, what the body looks like when you're relaxed.
Fibers.
Yeah, like you can't see everything in a photo. It's hard. So like contest prep videos are very important for me. It's not off season though. Off season doesn't really matter. It's fine. You catch enough, So that's it.
All right, moving on. We got at Jalda Farambi. Your 3 favorite exercises to have massive legs.
People immediately think squats, but I think lunges are very important. Walking lunges are very important. Dumbbell, barbell, however you want to do them. Not stationary squats where you just step forward. You got to do walking lunges.
Walking.
Yeah. The right hack squat machine has to be the right one. A lot of hack squats suck and it's all knees. It's got to be a good hack squat for it to be on my list. And then single leg presses. I don't want to say squats because that's like the typical answer. I want to see them different. But I like single leg presses. Because like for me, everyone's got power in their hips and glutes to press. So I always do single legs. Makes things much harder. Especially you can hit different angles, more sweep, more glute. Much different variation than just sitting there straight legging, leg press.
I have exactly the same 3 answers as you. literally the same ones. Some type of leg press of some sort, depending on how you're training.
what am I trying to say? They don't give leg press enough credit.
No, I agree. They give it all to the squat.
Yeah, it's not.
And I think that I've put more emphasis on the leg press versus squatting, just because my knees are just not capable of squatting the amount of weight that I need to actually make it very difficult, because my back starts hurting, my knees start hurting, and then I can't lift anything else for the rest of the time.
Yeah, so the same way.
A good squat variation, it doesn't have to be a barbell squat, but I've used reverse hack squat, in the past. I've used some of these hammer strength machines where they're like these squat ones, and I'll always face the pad. Leg press, and then walking lunges was my other one. Definitely walking lunges.
And I think a lot of people even don't give leg extensions enough credit. Like, I could murder someone with leg extensions. Like, people think leg extensions are bitch exercise. Like, if I put you a pre-exhaustion workout and leg extension, you'd probably be done. Most people, not you because you train hard, but like most kids, I think they train hard. They just do leg extensions for fun. Like,
well, they do leg extensions for sets and for amount of reps. Like, you get to a point where when you're really good and you know what you're doing on a leg extension, you want to make it hard. You don't even count reps anymore.
No,
you just go, and then you're like, okay, I'm done. I'm drop setting, 3-4 drop sets.
If you have a training partner, forget about it. You can kill yourself on that.
Yeah,
thing. Like
you can do force reps. You could do negatives. You could just do so many types of variations on that. Rest pause.
People, and then people don't adjust the seat properly. They don't sit in the seat. Their ass comes off the seat. Their knees aren't in the right position. There's like so many things people do wrong with just a fucking leg extension. Forget about it. You could.
I had to change up over the years. I had to change up the way that I actually approach leg extensions. I did a video on it on my Instagram where I kind of I feel like the leg extension, because again, my knees are just, sometimes they have good days and sometimes they have bad days. And if I sit my ass all the way on the chair and I allow the weight to come down, it puts way too much stress on my knees. So I actually, as the leg part is coming down, I'll let my butt just slightly lift, and it'll stretch my quad all the way around. Makes sense. It'll keep tension on the quads the entire time, and then as soon as I'm coming back up, my butt sits, and then I'm able to extend all the way.
Yeah, I like the leg extensions with the safety pin, so you can kind of adjust how far you want it to stop.
Yes.
And I do warm ups from like the top position. And then I'll, warm up 20 reps, and then I go to the next one down, 20 reps, whatever rep scheme I'm doing. And then when I can finally get to a full stretch, I'm like pretty much warm by then. And that's a full, if I feel good, that's like, that was when I was feeling like amazing, but that didn't even happen. I never got to the last one because my knees would be like, the patella tendon in my knee was fucked.
I'm sure what I'm dealing with.
Yeah, it's the worst pain. People don't understand. Like, that pain is excruciating. Like, you can't even move.
It's really uncomfortable, and it gets
no power.
It gets inflamed too.
Yeah.
After my training sessions, like my right knee feels like it's on fire.
Yeah, it's the worst.
All the time. Fire all the time.
It's very uncomfortable.
Or warm-ups are very, very important. So the next one, this was kind of a cool question. I think we might have the same answer for this one too. At Katal _ best timing, I know, I'm butchering all these. Best timing to eat fat when you only have 25 grams for the day. So if you had to eat 25 grams only of fat in your diet, where would you place them around your day?
If I was dieting, first thing in the morning, breakfast. If I was off season, before bed.
Before bed. So you would just do one meal of the full 25?
Yeah.
If I had to do that, I would do half of it pre-workout, half of it before bed. It doesn't sound like much, but it at least...
It's not much. That's like, what, 2 tablespoons of... Not even?
That's maybe, for the full day, maybe 3 tablespoons of peanut butter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
3 tablespoons. So,
if you want to pick multiple meals, then I would probably do... If it was contest prep, first thing in the morning and pre-workout. If it's off-season, probably pre-workout and then before bed something. Yeah, change around.
All right, next question. At its cap, your favorite fruit?
Pineapple, 100%.
Yeah,
1,000%. Yeah, I eat pineapple every day. Even when I'm on keto, I eat pineapple. I just need it. It's like my little taste of happiness.
That's your treat.
Yeah, it helps my digestion too, though. It's I don't know. It's not like a fresh pineapple, not like those cups. I can't eat those.
No.
Those water, whatever the fuck they are. And
they don't taste the same.
That's not pineapple, I don't think. I think it's like created in a lab.
My grandfather has a way. His thing, in Spanish is piña.
Right.
It's pineapple. So he had a way, and this was every single week when I went to his house. When my grandmother would cook, it would always be pineapple for dessert kind of thing, to get that sweet tooth. But he did it in a way where he would cut the top, and then he would turn it and just leave it like that for a day, and then all the juices would come down into the pineapple and like free flow all the way down, and it'll actually change the color of the pineapple from that yellow color, and it would almost have like a hint of orange in it.
Wow.
Yeah, hint of orange.
So he would slice it in half and then leave it sitting up?
He would slice the top with like where the plant
where
part
is. The skin over. And
then he would flip it around and then just put it in the fridge like that. So it's nice and cold, and it was the sweetest, most juiciest pineapple every single time.
I have one downstairs. I'm gonna try that.
Yeah,
probably gonna fuck it up somehow, but
he would do that all the time. And
he cuts the bush off, and that's it.
He cuts the bush off. He trimmed the bush,
and then the hole is facing up.
The ass part is facing up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, ass up. Okay.
Yeah, ass up.
All right.
If I had to pick my favorite pineapple, my favorite fruit, it'd probably be watermelon.
Really? That's my least favorite.
I love.
My mom's obsessed with watermelon. Every weekend, I'm like, I don't fucking want watermelon. I hate it.
So when I first started competing, I had a very old school coach, and this old school coach, that was my post-workout carb. Pineapple. Pineapple. You're having pineapple. Watermelon.
Piña.
Post-workout watermelon.
That's hilarious.
And it got to a point that I loved watermelon so much that one time I had a cheat meal, or I had like a free day, I ate a whole watermelon. The whole thing. Like, I swear to God.
It gets me so gassy, dude.
Farts everywhere.
Oh, okay. So it's not normal.
It ferments in your stomach.
Bro, bad.
Yeah.
I eat one piece, it's over.
Dude, I'm telling you, I would cut up, I would go to
Would you buy pineapple every week for yourself? I mean, I keep saying fucking pineapple now. Watermelon.
Every week, yeah. So every week I'd buy the whole thing.
Did it go bad?
No. I'd cut it and I'd put it in a Tupperware, and I would take.
I feel like it gets not as juicy after a couple days.
No, I feel it gets even more juicy.
Oh, I feel like it all drains out.
Especially the bottom pieces.
The bottom pieces, yeah.
Yes.
It would be white when I eat it sometime. It would be clear because all the redness would come out of it.
It was perfect and nice and cold, and after a hard training session, it was like...
Yeah, I'm sure it probably was... Would you keep the seeds out of it, or you leave the seeds in?
Well, you get the one that you could just eat the seeds, and you don't really taste them. They're not.
I couldn't.
It's not going to grow in your stomach.
I spit them out. I can't.
I just ate the whole damn thing. Perfect. But in the off season, here in Miami, you get all these awesome exotic fruits and stuff like that. I love lychees when they're around.
Oh, lychees are fucking really good.
I love lychees. I love lychee martinis.
Yeah, lychee martinis are good.
And mangoes.
Mangoes are good. Yeah.
Mangoes here. There's mango trees everywhere here, so you could literally be walking on the.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, you could be walking on the sidewalk, and if somebody has a mango tree that grows over, you just. Whoop.
Yeah, I never been really sober in Miami, so I really don't remember if I saw a mango tree or not.
Delicious.
That's crazy.
Mango season is awesome. Like that, if you want to get fat off of fruit, mango's the one to pick. Mango's the one to pick.
I love it.
Going with the question with fruit now, at LG The Future is asking your favorite veggies.
Salad.
This one's easy for me.
A salad of veggie?
Yeah, lettuce. I mean,
I love lettuce. I don't know why. It's like a texture thing to me. I like the crunch. Like iceberg lettuce. It's a weird. And arugula salad. Like I like arugula salad.
I like
too.
arugula salad too. I think the salads are good. I mean, do you eat spinach salads too?
They're okay.
They're just fine.
Arugula is like, I mean, it's Italian thing. Maybe I don't know.
Well, it has that bitter.
Yeah, like the
bitter taste.
I had some tonight. I eat it almost every day. Arugula. I love
that.
But I had to pick like a vegetable. If you want to go down like that, broccoli probably. Honestly, I love broccoli. Yeah, because I like to burn it and shit. It's weird.
On the skillet, right?
Yeah, saute it and I burn it like a charcoaly.
I used to do that where I would overboil on purpose the broccoli so it makes it into like a mush.
Yeah,
and then I heat it up on the skillet.
Yeah, I like that.
And then it would taste awesome.
Yeah, awesome. It goes right down. Mm-hmm. It's like mushy, crunchy.
It's almost like mashed potatoes. Like not mashed potatoes, but you know that texture. If you overboil it, it turns into like mush like that.
Yeah.
Hey, I love that.
I like asparagus tips too.
Just the tips.
Just the tips. not the stems. I would never eat the stems. They were fucking disgusting. It was all stringy and shit. Ugh.
But you can't overcook those. Those have to be
those would be
really
good.
Just put on the heater for a little bit and that's it.
Yeah.
For me, I've had different contest preps. I have different vegetable favorites. Some preps I do a lot of salads because I'm not eating shit.
Yeah.
So I have to load up like literally each meal is a bag of salad.
Right.
Is a full bag of salad.
Yeah.
And I would eat that. A lot of the times I'll when I'm feeling, feel like cooking and stuff, onions and peppers. Onions, peppers, and mushrooms.
About them. Yeah.
Onions, peppers, mushrooms, always a staple on when I was doing my salads. And then right now I'm doing a lot of green beans now.
Really?
I don't care for them too much, but they put some texture in the food. If I'm eating chicken and rice, green beans is like a perfect addition to that.
I couldn't eat chicken and rice without a vegetable.
I wouldn't. I have to put something.
I can't just eat. At that point in my life, at the end, I could never eat chicken and rice without something else in there. I would never eat it. I just couldn't stomach it, dude. The consistency of it was just like, whoa, like I had that some type of greenery in there to break it up. Like I didn't even want to eat the greens, but I had to break up the chicken and rice,
When I was doing keto with Johnny, when we prepped, I was big on cauliflower rice.
Cauliflower rice is very popular here too.
Cauliflower rice. Yes, it was like a big thing for me because we weren't eating any carbs, but I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like chicken and like I can't eat
boring
chicken, spinach, and avocados every single meal. So I'm like, I want to feel like I'm eating some type of rice, something. Yeah. So cauliflower rice, but that shit makes you real gassy.
My favorite keto meal right now that I'm on a kick for is salmon and cream cheese.
Oh my God.
Every day for breakfast, salmon and cream cheese.
With no bagel.
No bagel.
you lost me.
It has this much cream cheese on it, dude. It's like a block.
So you take
the cream cheese is the bread.
You roll. It's almost like a sushi roll.
It basically is. It's cream cheese on the bottom and top with salmon in the middle.
You could probably make a roll like that.
I look like a fucking idiot when I'm eating because the cream cheese is all over me like a fucking asshole. But it's so good though. It's fucking delicious. I have a fucking egg allergy now. I found out. It's horrible.
The egg whites or the yolks?
Eggs. Period.
Just eggs. Period.
Cannot eat them. Done.
I love eggs.
I ate eggs every fucking meal, and I was getting sick, and I was like, "Why am I getting?" I thought I was sick. And I went to got a test done. I'm fucking highly allergic to eggs. I was eating them every day.
I was allergic to eggs when I was younger. Like highly allergic. Like I would break out in hives.
Well, I would get inflammation like crazy when I would eat them, and I would take a Benadryl, and my whole face would fucking swell up. Oh shit! But I would just deal with it. I would take a Benadryl and it would go away. I would do it every day. I wouldn't even care because I was so hungry I craved eggs so bad, dude.
I always, growing up, and even when I started in bodybuilding, I was still allergic. I was allergic to eggs at that time. I was always allergic to the yolks, not the whites. Yeah. But I always wanted to know what a hard-boiled egg tasted like.
Yeah.
Because I would see it, and my dad's like doing the
so good,
taking it, and I'm like, I just want to dip it in ketchup and eat it.
Yeah, it's so good.
I wanted to do it so bad, and one day, it was like in an off season, and I decided to go to McDonald's to get a breakfast, and I get an Egg McMuffin. And I eat an Egg McMuffin. It was incredible. And I go back home, and my mom sees me with the bag, and she's like, "Oh, you got breakfast at McDonald's?" I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Well, what did you eat?" She knows I have an egg allergy. And she's like, and I'm like, "An Egg McMuffin?" And she looks at me. She was like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "You know they use real eggs for Egg McMuffins." I'm like, "There's no fucking way." I'm like, "They probably use like egg beaters, like what I use to make my eggs." Yeah. I looked it up online. They use real eggs.
Really?
they use real eggs.
I didn't think it was real.
Yeah, yeah. They show them cooking it. Like they have like a little metal thing, and they crack the egg, and it goes in. Yeah,
I didn't know. I always thought it was fake.
No, it's real.
Oh wow!
And I freaked out, and I'm like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna get my throat's gonna close, and all this stuff." Nothing fucking happened. Nothing happened, and I'm like, "You got to be kidding me!" I'm like, I'm not allergic to eggs. And I thought I was allergic this whole fucking time.
It's so annoying.
So I went back to McDonald's again. And I'm like, I'm going to try again. Eat another one. Nothing happens. I swear, Nick, I swear to you, for the next 3 months, I ate like 8 hard-boiled eggs every single morning.
When I was a bodybuilder, like Nick 3D at the time, 12 eggs every morning, scrambled.
Whole eggs?
A dozen eggs every morning. With oatmeal, with fruit. I would eat eggs like, I could swear to God, I probably win an egg eating contest. That's how many eggs I could eat. It was insane.
They're so light though. When people tell me, oh, that's so many eggs, I'm like,
it's not.
You've never eaten an egg before? Like
with butter and everything.
So
I make them so fucking good too. Like they were so good. It was my favorite. Steak and eggs is my breakfast every day.
That's my favorite.
Oh, every single day I'd wake up, make steak and eggs. It was the best day ever.
That's one of my favorite breakfasts. Even after a show, was like people like to get steak, eggs, and potatoes and all this. I'm like, just give me steak and eggs,
steak, eggs, and potatoes, and some toast.
I'll be happy with that.
Oh, fucking toast! Oh,
I'm getting hungry now.
I'm starving now.
I'm gonna move on to another question so that we don't talk about food anymore.
Yeah.
At Matt _I_89. Thoughts on taking a long break from everything after a long prep for big growth? So I'm going to assume on that question he means, I don't know. Thoughts on taking a long break from everything. So taking a break on drugs, taking a break on training, taking a break on...
I would first capitalize on a rebound. You'd be stupid not to. And then, yes, take off if you need to. I mean, mentally, if you just need to do it, do it. That's all. Very simple. But rebound first, and then you can come off. Don't not take advantage of your rebound.
Now, let me change up the question. How about after a long prep, taking a long off season for big growth before you compete again?
If you're ready for it.
Mm-hmm.
Some people just, I know how I got after shows. Like, the rebound was hard for me because I was like, especially after like the first 2 weeks, I was like, I just want to be out of the gym for a little bit. I need a break, So for me, like, my off season didn't start for a while. Like, I was still training, but I wasn't like,
you weren't
I wasn't geared up like a madman. I would push hard for the rebound as hard as it was. I would push, and then like I would look forward to like that time off. Mm-hmm. And then I would start my off season whenever I felt like I was ready to go. I wouldn't force it, In the beginning, I forced it, and it would just never end up well. I'd end up giving up half the time. So,
I don't. You know what? Even after a show is done, I don't like taking time off. Like I don't like taking a week off or anything like that. If anything, I like taking off of cardio. I hate doing cardio, but I feel like taking a week off is like, I'm going to get used to not doing anything. And then that first week coming back is going to be like, ugh.
I would still train, but just wouldn't be as to that.
So level. Not as intense.
Yeah, not as intense. Yeah. I never stopped training. I mean, my whole life I trained. There was never a time where I took off until, as of late, obviously. But during my bodybuilding career, no, I didn't. I was at the gym every week, Unless the only time I ever missed the gym was during my gyno surgery for a little bit. That was the only time I ever had to take off. I never got hurt, knock on wood, or anything ever happened. So I was always training. So
did they take the whole gland out from you when you got your?
They just leave like 5% supposedly. So
yeah, that's what they did with me too.
Doesn't concave.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because if they get too close, they'll take out muscle tissue, and then you have that indent, and then
The Rock had that problem when he first got his gyno surgery.
Did he really?
Yeah. If you look at pictures of him when he was in the and at the time it was the WWF, you could see, like, you could tell when he got it done.
It was boxed out.
It was almost like
square.
It just had like this pull to it.
Oh, he had the pull to it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had this pull, but then eventually you build up scar tissue, and then it fills back out.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, you could tell right away that.
If you look at Evan Sevenapani before he got his, he had a nice round chest, and then Dr. Blau, that fucking scumbag in Long Island, fucked him up twice, and now he has like a square chest. If you look at Evan's chest, it's square.
So it changed the shape.
It changed everything because he cut so much out. He like boxed Evan's chest. What? It's crazy. If you look at Evan's chest before he got the surgery, you'll notice his chest is round and like nice.
Why does everybody go to that guy? That guy is
because Dave pushes him. I don't know what the guy's like 90, bro. He can't even see. There's no way he could do surgery anymore.
When I was first gonna get my gyno surgery, you know,
I was butchered everybody in Jersey.
I was doing research, and that was basically the only person that you could find online that was doing that. And he was charging a lot, and he wouldn't really put you on anesthesia. You're like up.
And he would give you the fucking drains, which is so outdated, bro. No one uses drains anymore. You know?
No, I didn't have to drain.
My surgery was 20 minutes, and I was wide awake.
Oh, they put me down the whole time.
Yeah, they gave me some Xanax. I sat there wide awake the whole time. Mine wasn't that bad though. He got mine out like pretty quick, so it wasn't.
Did you have to wear a bra?
Well, yeah, I had to wear that
the girdle.
That thing on my chest. I couldn't train chest for like 3 months though. It sucked.
I couldn't feel my nipples for like three like fucking forever.
I have no feeling anymore. You could do anything you want to them. My dog has bit my nipples before, and I didn't even react. My girlfriend's like, Melvin's biting. I'm like, I don't feel it. Like nothing.
Before you got your gyno surgery, how bad did it hurt? Like your
I told you I used to duct tape. Used to duct tape my nipple. I couldn't lay on my stomach. Nothing.
It hurt so
if someone
bad.
hit me like this, I would punch him in the face. I would deck him, bro. I'd be like, you fucking asshole, don't do that. Like
it hurt. Or if somebody came in for a nipple twist, I'd cry.
Yeah, it was bad. Yeah, no, it was very uncomfortable. It's actually miserable to deal with. I feel bad people that have it, but
yeah, I get it. I have one client of mine, I won't say his name, but he tells me, I heard that you got gyno surgery. Can you tell me more about it? Because I plan on getting it done, blah, blah, blah. I'm like uncomfortable and I'm looking at his pictures and I'm like, I don't see shit.
Right.
I don't see anything. And, we've seen enough gyno in our lives.
Mine was horrible on stage.
Mine was bad.
Mine was bad.
Yeah.
Mine was really bad. But
and especially when you get leaner. And then you wear like a wife beater and you could just ding.
My biggest thing was I couldn't wait to wear a wife beater. I was so pumped to wear a wife beater. It was like the best day of my life. Because all my friends, we would go to the Jersey Shore. I was wearing a wife beater. I had to wear a fucking t-shirt. And I was pissed. And I was like, fuck this. Like, you guys are all skinny wearing tank tops.
I look good for nothing.
Yeah, I'm like, I have to wear a t-shirt? I wouldn't want to take my shirt off at like there's a place called Joey Harron Surf Club, which is like the club on the beach. It was like the place to go to. And I never took my shirt off back then because I was embarrassed because I had bitch tits. And I was like, nope.
All that work for nothing.
It would be fucking 2 o'clock. I have to be profusely sweating with a t-shirt on. I was like, take your shirt off. I'm like,
bro, why are you sweating?
Yeah, take your shirt off, bro. You're jacked. I'm like, no, I fucking bitch tits. Fuck you. I'm not taking it off, dude. Like, fuck you. I would sit there and sweat.
You sit on the corner.
Bro, I was so those years I was angry. I was a very angry kid at the time. I couldn't afford the surgery. Not that I didn't want to do it. I couldn't even afford it if I wanted to. Because back then it was so expensive,
Yeah, I got it priced really well in Orlando. I found a doctor there. I think he did it for 3 G's.
Yeah, I think mine was like $3 or $4 grand when I did it. It was cheap, but yeah, it sucked, but whatever.
Last and final question. I picked this one just for you because I don't know much about this chemical, but I have taken it, and I do take it on my preps. I don't know much about it, but I still take it, and it seems to help me towards the end of prep. At _Walter Robbles _ running cartering into a show or cut before. So do you run it through the show, or should somebody cut it before the show?
Cartering is GW 501, 516. So I feel like I'm on repeat because I talk about this fucking thing so much. It's like literally like I'm like a robot. Like,
I'm turning into
it's like you hit that button in the iPhone. And I'm like repeating the thing, like I'm Siri or something. So yes, you're not going to hold water from it, whatever. But I would still cut out any SARM you're on, like 7 to 10 days prior for sure. But yes, absolutely run during prep because you're going to be doing cardio, and your cardiovascular output is going to be tremendously better. It lowers BP by a lot. Fat loss, it's unbelievable for fat loss. It increases your metabolism. You use your cholesterol for energy, so you don't store any like high cholesterol or anything because you don't store high cholesterol. I mean, it's got so many benefits. I mean, just the unlimited amount of energy you get from it, and it's not a stim or anything. So it's actually created as a heart medicine. So it's actually really good for you. It's nothing that's going to be toxic or hold back.
Cartering isn't even a SARM.
No, it's a PPAR. It's not really. It's in the SARM family, but it's not technically a SARM. It's like what every Olympic athlete gets busted for every year, cartering. Boxers get busted for it all the time. UFC fighters get busted for it all the time. If you just Google cartering, like there's tons of articles of athletes, basketball players, everyone gets busted for it. Football players, because bro, your cardiovascular output, like I should let you try. You'd be blown away.
I have. No, I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
so you know how it is.
I've taken it the last 2 preps, the last 4 weeks.
It's crazy what it does.
Most people don't understand that, those last couple weeks,
lactic acid gone.
Pushing, like, let's say you're doing I'm just saying a 30-minute session of cardio. You'll end up burning more calories in those cardio sessions just because you have better endurance. So what I was burning without taking it on the same amount of food, I'm burning less calories. But on this, you feel like you could do more.
Plus, your heart rate is not nearly as high as it would be normally. So then you're able to push hard. You're able to push harder. It's honestly, like I tell people, it's a magical drug. What it does for people, like people. Now,
what do you suggest for dosage?
Just 10 milligrams, 15 milligrams tops. That's all. If it's real cartering, like mine is, you give 1 dose. I'm not just bragging, but if you use 1 dose, that's honestly all you should need. Unless you're a big person who's been used to like using heavy doses, and like maybe I might use 2 during my prime time, but 1 dose should be plenty. Like SARMs are very concentrated. You don't need to be doing a lot of them. I mean, that's the beauty of them, that they're so bioavailable. That's why people always like yell at me about like, oh, you got to inject them. Like, no, SARMs were created so that they were bioavailable orally, so that you don't have to take injections and that you don't need to take a lot of them. It's not like steroids where more sometimes is better in some scenarios where receptors get saturated and you need to keep raising the bar, but they're on selective end receptors, SARMs, and GW doesn't even work on that level. It's just a PPAR. So it's just like almost like taking a medicine. It just works. You don't need to keep raising the bar with it. And but that stuff is, I mean, I take it every day, and like I feel like the difference in way I feel and don't feel on it, like it's almost hard not to take it. I'm almost a little bit addicted to it right now. I'm not doing anything. So like the fact that I feel better just taking it, doing nothing, Plus it lets me eat a little more food every day. So
how long do you suggest, somebody to take it before they stop taking it?
Well, the beauty of it that it's not going to affect any hormone levels. You're not going to raise cortisol levels. So cycles can vary. Like if you want to spot it for like you did for a couple of weeks at a time and stop it, you can. There's no damage that's going to happen by stopping it abruptly, and you can run it for a couple months at a time if you want. You know, as long as you're not doing crazy high doses where it could be a harm to your life and stuff. Like obviously, but if you're just using 1 dose, I mean, you could effectively run it for months. I mean, and there's no like no PCT for it. There's no, there's no rebounding or anything. Like you stop it. You don't get the effects anymore. So has a pretty short half-life. It's only a day, so it's in and out of your system quick.
Yeah, I definitely suggest that for people that are having trouble, keeping up with their cardio there towards the end of their prep, where the calories are low and they just need that extra little push there at the end. That's definitely a product that I would.
Number one line I get is, how much difference could it make? And then they take it and they're like, wow, okay, you weren't bullshitting me. I'm like, I swear it works. Like, there's some storms that suck. They do. There's a lot of them that just suck. Like YK11, it's great if you're on it for a year. Like, you take it for 6 to 8 to 10 months, you're going to notice some great changes. But it's not going to happen in a week or two. You're not going to see anything. You might feel
right away.
Yeah, this is like, same with SR 9009. It works in the same family as GW, and it increases your circadian rhythm. So, like, your body's working at a different rate. Like, you're pulsing at a different pulse, Mm-hmm. So the combo of those together, I always tell people, it's just, there's no steroid out there that can do that. There really isn't. Like, EPO is something you compare it to, but that's so dangerous that you're not going to go down that road. Mm-hmm. So that's all. And
you could find this where?
At Body Science Subs.
Oh, how convenient!
I feel like a fucking infomercial someday. Like the guy with like the sponges and the fucking.
Order now, the ShamWow.
What the hell's that guy's name that died? With the beard, he was dead, right? That guy, the ShamWow guy.
Yeah, the ShamWow guy.
He had the orange. Didn't he have the orange spray too, or something?
Yeah, he had the. I just wanted to spray it on stuff.
The ShamWow was hilarious,
like,
though.
Why are you cleaning that? I don't know. I just want to spray it and do like the commercial. I'm wiping every surface down, and I'm only doing like one streak only, so I can see the before and after. That's it.
On the car hood, the windshield.
That's it. Just one streak. Boom. Put it on anything.
Oh my god!
But anyways, that is the final question. That was it.
All right, perfect. All right, I'm gonna put up part. This is part 1. It'll be Monday. So part 3 of last time will be tomorrow.
And then part 3 of episode 1.
I saw one of your stories. You're like, this is part. You're like, episode 1, part 2. And you're like looking at the camera for a second. You're like, fuck. It was funny. I just been writing episode 101, 102. I'm like, it's all the same fucking thing.
I've been getting good feedback though from a lot of people that have been DMing me that have been seeing.
I didn't look at your YouTube yet. I gotta look at your YouTube.
Yeah. Not too many comments, but it'll start picking up as more episodes are put up. But a lot of people are learning different things, and they're getting at least 2 different perspectives on certain topics and stuff like that. So they seem to be enjoying it.
Well, it's been fun. I'm out of Bailey's. I mean,
well, I'm saving myself for Saturday, so I'll try to take mental, shots of what's going on so that I can describe what I'm seeing.
You should just attach a GoPro to your head, and we'll put it on the video for it. We'll do a playback.
We'll do a play-by-play. So this is the part.
This is where I collapse. Santi, what's this?
No, I don't know. I don't know why I'm filming at this angle. We're gonna have to just skip this part.
Why is it a tabletop every 2 minutes?
Whoops.
ShamWow. All right, perfect. Sponsored by Paris. I'll say Parison. Paragon Waist Trainer. Paragon Waist Trainer. And then obviously Body Science Subs, guys. We're going to put the link in here in the description. You got a code here for people to use also to save extra money. Well, obviously, if you guys have any questions, you guys know where to find us. All right, Santi.
Peace out, homie.
Peace out. See you soon.
Later.
Bye.